Hey everybody, Simon here, Projects in the Barn. Welcome back to another episode, and I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a rerun of everything I've just done on my Jaguar XF, because like a fool, I've somehow deleted what I filmed a couple of days ago because I was waiting on parts. Anyway, a bit of a disaster to start the video. However, I'm still going to show you what I've done, and it's to do with the brakes on the Jaguar XF. So my Jaguar XF that I bought a few weeks ago, what I believe to be the cheapest Jaguar XF in the UK, had a couple of things wrong with it and failed its MOT, which was namely rear brake pads on the near side rear were too thin, a brake imbalance across the rear axle, and a front wheel bearing. And we're hoping to do all of that down here in the barn and get it retested. So I've made a start on the rear brakes, got to a certain point where I had to order some stuff. I filmed that a few days ago, and I've just been going through my videos today to get them uploaded, and anyway, I've managed to delete it somehow. I don't know how. But it was part of another series of videos I've done on the XF, and I think I've just deleted the wrong one. Anyway, I can't find it. It's not my phone anywhere. It's not my memory card. I've obviously deleted it forever. So I can't show you the process of what I've done, but I can show you what I have done, which makes this video pretty short, but at least you'll get a gist of what I've been doing. So let me take you into the barn and actually what I've been doing. So here is the old girl, the Jaguar XF, looking dirty but beautiful. The colour's really starting to grow on me, actually. Right, and we'll take you to the back. So this is the side, from memory, that it failed the MOT. And it failed the MOT. It said the rear brake pads were below the specified requirements, which I think is like 1.5 millimeters or something, don't quote me. But basically the MOT here in the UK is our roadworthiness test that we have every 12 months. And ignore this contraption on the caliper for now. And so I thought I'll just come down here and see if I can get away with swapping out the rear brake pads. And clearly that's not been the case. So if I show you first of all down here on the floor where there's bits of broken tool, we'll come on to that in a minute, but these are the brake pads I've removed from this rear. Now that's pretty crazy when you compare it to a new brake pad. See the thickness on that. And if I put them side by side, if I can one-handed, we can see exactly just how worn they were. I mean, oh my God, how on earth do people drive their car when the brake pads are in that condition? Here's the other one, which is just as bad. And my God, I had to whack these out of the caliper. So yeah, that's what it essentially failed. Part of the MOT on was that. And so yeah, my idea of changing the brake pads is obviously going to be a non-starter, because if we look at the brake disc, which I've got here, again, it's going to be hard to tell, but there is an obvious lip both here and here. And although the surface itself between the lip is pretty even, not too much scoring, that clearly is going to cause premature wear to any new pads that I put on. So that was another problem. The next problem, the rear caliper itself. I've had this apart to try and give it a clean up. The slide pins basically go in here, which allow the caliper to move when you brake and take your foot off the pedal. And they were pretty poor condition, but they did clean up well, to be fair. But it's the actual piston. So this contraption, you're asking, what on earth is that, Simon? Well, this is what they call a piston wind back tool, or a brake wind back tool, rewind tool. And all it is a piece of threaded bar onto a socket, and on the end of a socket goes an adapter which fits into the, on this case on the Jaguar XF, there's 2 pins in the piston. So this adapter sits in the 2 pins, and this is a right hand thread wind back caliper, and you basically turn this. It didn't have a screwdriver in there to start with. It had the other end of that. So that was in there and was quite a few inches long. And through me trying to wind that back in, it snapped that. And it snapped 2 other tools that I've put in there to try and undo it. And neither of them are working. So it is basically kaput. Let me just unwind this out a minute and it should make more sense. So you can see there the 2 pins on the end of the tool. Those 2 pins locate in the 2 pins there, which you can see are now not in the best of health. Here. And then you've got this sort of spreader plate. That sits behind the caliper. The 2 pins located in there. You do up the socket tight, and then you rotate the threaded portion clockwise. That then will push this piston, by rotating it clockwise, back into the caliper. Now, unfortunately, this is where I believe it had an issue with the balance across the rear axle. And I've not done the other side yet, but this piston would not push back in. And if I just turn my light on a minute, if I pull back the protective cover, hopefully you'll be able to see. Look at all that nasty corrosion around the caliper and on the piston. The seal's gone hard. That is effectively dead. So when I came to take these brake pads out, I had to knock the caliper away from the carrier with a soft mallet or a dead blow hammer, because it just would not, there was no give in the caliper at all. So whoever has been, well, I know he's been using the car, but one of the last previous owner was using this vehicle. Basically, when you've been applying the brakes, take your foot off the brake, the caliper is supposed to retract and releases the brake pads away from the disc. And clearly what's been happening is the piston has not been going back into its housing. The pads have been just rubbing against that disc, wearing everything down, premature wear on the pads, premature wear on the disc. And yeah, I think that's what's given the imbalance on the rear axle. So yeah, not ideal, but to be expected, to be fair. So these rear calipers, I'll show you on here, both the caliper for the rear brake, and also you've got the handbrake cable comes to each side. So it goes to the left side and the right side, which is electronically controlled on the Jaguar XF. And that also operates the piston and closes the caliper on the rear disc to operate the handbrake. So yeah, just obviously hasn't been maintained in that area for a little period of time, I would say, for it to get that bad. And again, I'll just show you these pads. I mean, that is unbelievable, isn't it? There is like no, well, hardly any friction material left on those pads. Pretty scary, really. So I'm hoping we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because what I've now done is which is why I stopped filming originally, because I showed me stripping all this down to put together for a video, which is the one that I've ended up deleting somehow. So what I shall probably do is I shall just reassemble this when the new parts turn up, and I'll show you everything on the opposite side, just to show that I'm not cheating in there, cheating in any way, or getting someone else to do it for me. Yeah, so I've ordered brand new discs, brand new pads, which you've seen there, and brand new calipers. So they should be turning up in the post hopefully any day. I was hoping they'd be here today. Oh, let's get my old bones up. but I don't know if they will. But as soon as those parts arrive, I'll be able to come down here and fit those new brake parts onto the XF. So once we've then got the braking system sorted out, it will be the front wheel bearings. So I've been doing a bit of research into how to replace them, and they could be a bit of a pain to do. They like to get stuck. So we'll see about that. We'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, so once I've got the rear brakes done, so hopefully the rear brake pads and the imbalance issue will be corrected with me replacing the discs, pads, and calipers on both sides. That then leaves the front wheel bearing. So that'll be the next thing on the list, and then we can put it in for the MOT. Now the only thing is, the chap that MOT'd it previous to me buying it had it MOT'd at a different test station that I use. So I shall just do my due diligence and go around the car and check things like tyres, wiper blades, all the bulbs, lights, brake lights, windscreen washer fluid, suspension, all the things that you would ordinarily check for an MOT, just to make sure it's not going to fail, or try my best to negate it failing on something ridiculous. Unfortunately, MOTs over here have a tendency to fail on bulbs and other things that we would have all checked, and then mysteriously they would have not been working at the time of test. I don't know, that just seems to be a theme over here. So I shall do that. And then, so yeah, the test station that I use are very thorough and very good that they are, which is why I use them. So they may well pick up on something that I miss or I haven't seen. So there might be some more work to do after I present it for its MOT. But yeah, hopefully over the course of the next week, we can get these few bits done, take it up for its test, see if we can get it re-MOT'd, and then that'll be the car on the road. And I've got a list of things that I need to do to it cosmetically and servicing wise. But yeah, on it. The poor old XKR is sitting there looking a little bit unloved, isn't it? But it's important that I just get this one done for the MOT so I can get it out of the barn. And then I can then get my rear suspension, which is probably 80% put back together. I can get that down on the floor, trolleyed over to the rear of the car, ready to get reinstalled. But that's for another video. So it's all about the XF at the moment. We need to get this one done, because hopefully it'd be nice to get one of the Jags done for Gaydon in September, because there's an event on up there. So at least I can go up there with my head held high, driving a Jaguar. That's the plan. So yeah, just a short video today, because I lost everything that I'd done. But I just wanted to make sure I got a video out this week. So yeah, unfortunately it's nothing of me doing anything practical. It's just me talking to you and mumbling on like I always do. So anyway, but it's progress. So I'm pleased to report I'm here. It looks like the rest of the suspension components are in good order. So ball joints and gaiters and the like. Do have a bit of a clean, which I'll do. Yeah, otherwise it looks not too bad. So pleased with that. I had the battery on charge as well, because it was showing that that was getting low. Also, one of my very kind subscribers, Ed, hello Ed, how are we doing, has managed to get this piece of trim, which is broken here, and this piece of trim, which is broken there, from his local scrapyard. And they were very kind, and they've let him have it to him for nothing. So he's very kindly passing it on to me for free too. Get up to him to collect it. So I will be up, Ed. So thank you once again, mate. You're a legend. I appreciate it very much. So yeah, we'll have all those bits to do on the XF, as well as the other bits of damage to the front bumper and stuff like that. So that's it for now. Just an update as to where we are. There's always lots going on. T5 van up for sale, which has been a disaster because I've sold it and had it back. But I'll tell you about that in another video. But yeah, it's back up for sale again, so hopefully this time around it'll go through nice and easily enough. But otherwise, that's it. Nothing else to really say. As soon as the parts arrive for this, like I say, I'll come down, we'll put it all on the car, get it all working. I'll show all that being done. So yeah, there is stuff to be done. But for me now, that's it. I'm going to stop talking. Any questions or comments, please leave them down in the description or down in the box below. Leave me a comment, because I do answer every single one, genuinely, good or bad. I will answer you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It makes a big difference to me, and the channel helps the channel grow. And YouTube then starts promoting it and putting it out to other people in YouTube land, so more people get to see what we're doing down here on the channel. So yeah, that's it. So we'll see you very soon, hopefully, on Projects in the Barn. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your summer holidays for those that are going away. There'll be some stuff on my summer holidays coming up on this very channel. So we'll see you all very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. Bye.